If your spouse drained your bank account while you were 2,000 miles away, what would you do? Not asked for it. Not warned you. Just took it. Casually. Like moving files from one folder to another. No explanation, no discussion. Just a single cold-blooded email that read, "Before we continue, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell for updates. Hi Daniel, just a quick heads up. I've moved your inheritance into my personal account for safekeeping while I'm at the retreat. Talk soon." That was it. No apology. No reasoning. Just a chirpy little theft with a smiley face on the end. And the kicker? She was on a self-love retreat in Sedona. Crystals chanting organic smoothies. While I was presenting at a law conference in New York. While I was away, Marissa decided the money I inherited from my grandfather, $730,000 to be exact, now belonged to her. So how do you respond to something like that? I didn't shout. I didn't threaten. I just replied, "Thanks for letting me know." 5 words. That's all I sent. Because what Marissa didn't know, what she never saw coming, was that I'd been preparing for this kind of betrayal long before she ever hit send. She thought I'd be shocked. She was half right. But what happened next shocked everyone. And it started with a single call I made just 10 minutes after reading that email. What would you do if someone you loved just casually announced they'd taken your inheritance? Because let me tell you, reading that email didn't feel like betrayal. It felt like a business transaction. Like I'd been transferred out of my own life. Marissa didn't ask. She didn't explain. She just did it. And from the tone of her message, she expected a thank you. Like I should be grateful she was keeping it safe. In her personal account. The same account she refused to link to mine after we got married. The same woman who said, "Let's keep finances separate. It's healthier that way." But apparently, separate had an expiration date. Mine. And here's the thing, this wasn't some abstract sum of money sitting in the ether. It was real. My grandfather left me $730,000 in a trust. He'd built it from scratch. A lifetime of discipline, of saving, of never trusting anyone who smiled too wide. And now Marissa had just moved it? No warning. No phone call. Just a line in an email, tucked between a spa itinerary and a smoothie recipe. So what did I do? I didn't panic. I didn't even raise my voice. I opened the folder I hoped I'd never need. The one labeled Plan B. And then, I made a phone call to a number I'd saved just in case. A number connected to someone who only answers when things go very, very wrong. By the time Marissa's second yoga session ended, her name had already been flagged in 3 financial institutions. And she had no idea. I drafted the prenup the same week I proposed. Not because I didn't love her. Because I did. Because I knew who she was and who she wasn't. See, Marissa was charming. Magnetic. The kind of person who made strangers spill secrets 5 minutes into a conversation. But there was always something slippery. She didn't lie outright. She just had a gift for editing the truth. So when we got serious, I didn't just get romantic, I got strategic. I made sure the inheritance would never legally be part of the marriage. Structured it as an irrevocable trust, fully protected, with her name nowhere on it. And quietly attached movement alerts that would ping me if anything weird happened. Most people don't know this. Some banks let you set up silent flags. No alarms, no notifications to the other party. But I'd know immediately if something moved. And when she accessed that account, ping, then ping again, and finally freeze. Because part of the setup included an automatic transaction block once unapproved access was detected. So while she was mid-breathwork, wrapped in lavender oil and high vibrations, her attempt to move the money triggered a lock across 3 banks. Not only did the funds not go through, her own account, frozen. ***. She wouldn't even find out until she tried to use her card for a kombucha later that evening. But by then, the legal team was already reviewing the breach. And the next move wouldn't be hers to make. Marissa always believed in the law of attraction. Manifest it, and the universe will provide, she used to say. Well, she manifested something, all right. Security, bank audits, Legal fire she couldn't even pronounce. It started with a discreet tap on her shoulder during a silent meditation walk. A staff member, trying to whisper professionally in the middle of a guided chant, said, "Ma'am, the hotel manager needs a word regarding a financial issue." She laughed at first, thought it was a mistake, some kind of spa admin glitch. But when she got to the office and saw two hotel staff, one visibly nervous, holding a phone out to her with a voice on the other end saying, "Mrs. Carmichael, your account has been frozen due to suspicious activity," the look on her face cracked. She called me 3 times in a row. I let each one go to voicemail. She finally texted, "What did you do? Where's the money? I thought we were partners." Partners? Partners don't send you an invoice for betrayal with a smiley face. Meanwhile, I was having a calm dinner in Manhattan, glass of wine in hand, watching her meltdown unfold in real time through legal alerts. You ever watch someone throw away everything they thought they controlled because they underestimated the person who stayed silent? That was me, and she wasn't done falling, because when she got back home, broke, furious, and full of excuses, she left one thing out in the open, a thing that blew the lid off everything. You ever see someone get caught without even realizing the trap's already closed? That's what happened when Marissa got home. She walked through the door like nothing had happened, like we were going to have some big, teary, movie scene conversation. Said things like, "Let's talk," and "I didn't mean it like that. I just listened," because by then, I already had everything I needed except one final piece. And she left it right there in plain sight. Tucked behind her rose quartz diffuser and a pile of half-burnt sage bundles was a leather-bound journal. She always said journaling was how she manifested clarity. Well, she got clarity, all right. I flipped it open, and what I read, plans, detailed ones, not emotional ramblings, not grief, plans, entries like, "If I time the transfer while he's away, I can control the narrative. Need at least 6 months of separation funds before I file. He'll be too logical to react emotionally. That gives me leverage." This wasn't a panicked mistake. It was a strategy, a premeditated soft-landing divorce plan, right down to projected dates and fallback scenarios if I resisted. She didn't just try to steal money. She tried to exit with control, playing innocent while already rehearsing the breakup speech. I took photos of every page, left the journal right where she hid it, and walked away without a word, because my next message to her would be the last one I'd ever send. My message was short, not angry, not dramatic, just final. "You always said we weren't like other couples. You were right. I never saw us as we either. Not after that email. No more talking. No confrontation. I had the journal, the trust documents, the frozen transfer logs. Her plan wasn't just a moral betrayal, it was a legal one. I filed for legal separation the next morning. By the time she realized I wasn't going to yell, wasn't going to beg, wasn't going to work through it, it was already over. She tried the charm, the tears, the guilt. None of it landed. I'd already moved out, quietly. A furnished condo in the city. Clean, empty, peaceful. The inheritance stayed untouched. Every dollar back in place. But something else happened too. Her wellness business, the one she was using as a fallback plan, turned out she'd been underreporting her income for 2 years. All it took was one anonymous tip to the IRS. Let's just say, the universe delivered. So no, I didn't lose my money. I lost the illusion. And that was the best trade I've ever made. Have you ever trusted someone who was secretly planning your downfall? Drop your story in the comments. And don't forget, some betrayals are quiet, but the revenge doesn't have to be.